Hello and welcome to the Flowerchild podcast. I'm your host, Carl Sr. And this platform was created to motivate and to inspire in hopes that you will become a better you. I like to give a shout out to everybody that's listening all over the world. Thank you guys for tuning in to the Flowerchild podcast. We have a very special guest with us on today. We have the one and only Miss Morgan Flowerchild Jones.
Yay!
What's happening, Morgan?
What's going on?
Not much. First of all, I want to say to you, thank you so much.
Oh, thank you for this opportunity.
Yeah, it's amazing. I'm super excited and elated to have you here on today. It's amazing.
Yay.
And yeah. And I gotta say,
I'm a clapper.
It's all good.
Yay! Because I'm a school teacher, so that's what we do. Yay! Good job. Okay.
I gotta tell you, folks, y'all know we're right here in Greensboro, North Carolina, and I'm super excited because I see her representing to the fullest Aggie Pride.
Aggie Pride all day. Yes, I got on my A&T hat. Yes. Greensboro is my second home. A&T all day.
Yes.
Class of 03.
Come on now, talk it.
Yeah.
Talk that talk. So you went to A&T for theater, but before we actually get down into the nitty gritty of it all, the premise of the show is to help people become better through conversations, their stories and everything.
Yes.
And we never want people to think that it's been an easy journey. So if you would, before we get started, without divulging of too much information, if you would you kind of just give people a backstory a little bit, and then we'll get into the beauty that we see, this flower child that we see is sitting right in front of us right now. So if you would, take us on this journey up until, I guess, you got to A&T, and then after leaving A&T, and then we can move from there.
That's a journey.
Right?
Ooh, the bloom. So, I was born and raised in New York, Westchester, New York.
I hear the accent.
Yes.
Yeah.
Me, my brother and sister, we were born at St. John's Hospital in Yonkers, New York.
Okay.
My parents, born and raised in Yonkers, New York.
Locks, Mary J. Blige.
DMX, all of that. Yes.
Come on, that's right. Yeah.
And I went to school in White Plains,
Okay.
Greenburgh, town of Greenburgh.
Okay, gotcha.
There's a lot of Cab Callaways from White Plains.
That's right.
Vanessa Williams lived in White Plains. A lot of singers, and Westchester was a beautiful place to be raised in.
Come on now.
My parents managed a band, and so as a child, I was dancing for the band.
Sure.
Eventually was choreographing for the band.
I love it.
I was a B-girl at 5 years old.
Come on.
Break dancing.
Come on.
My brother, sister, cousins, they were a rap group.
Okay, what kind of shoes? I got to know, what kind of shoes did you wear?
Went back in the day?
Yeah, back in the day.
Oh, got some Bobos, more than likely.
Okay.
My parents were never into the name brand thing.
Love it.
So I think I had on Bobos.
I was a cougar guy until I was able to afford my own Adidas and Jocks.
Now, when I got older, Reebok and Adidas was my go-to.
Okay.
At A&T, you definitely caught me in some Reeboks.
Come on, I love it. I love
all
it.
colors. So it was fun.
Sure.
I had no idea I was working as a child. Literally, I was having fun, but my parents, they allowed me to be artsy. They allowed me to be creative.
Sure.
Okay, you want to dance? You want to break dance? They put cardboard out while my cousins rapped, while my brother and sister rapped.
Beautiful.
I was 9 years old performing on the pier in the Hudson River.
Yeah,
the pier where adults would come, party, drink, all of that. But because my parents were in the music industry, I got to experience all of that. Yeah,
I love it.
I don't know if you are familiar with Von Mason and the crew. Bounce Rock Skate Roll.
Okay, yeah.
He was one of the members of my parents' band.
I love it.
Gosh, so many people.
So many people.
Yes,
Yeah.
That I grew
I'm with
up in the household with.
I'm with you.
So with that, it was like I didn't even realize that I had this artistic gift.
Sure.
It was just my parents were like, let her do it.
Yeah.
It wasn't, oh, we got to sign her up for dance class.
Sure.
Oh, we got to sign her up for this.
Yeah.
It was just like, go. You got it. It's in you.
Yes, yes.
And so eventually, I know I had a stuttering problem.
Wow.
And
I would have never known that, though.
Right. I had a stuttering issue.
I got you.
I did not like to talk.
Sure.
I love to dance.
Yeah.
I don't want to be laughed at.
Sure.
I feel that dance I got better at dancing because I didn't talk much and I needed to express myself.
Sure.
So dancing on the block parties, oh my gosh, talent shows.
Yeah.
Just dancing with the boys
All
out
of that.
on the street.
Gotcha.
I loved it. And sometimes when you live in White Plains or like the Westchester area, you have to drive 15, 20 miles to get to Manhattan to get to. So my dad would pile us up in the van.
Okay.
And we would jump out and perform.
Thank you for giving us a perspective on that, because that kind of tells the story too, though.
Yes.
It was not easy at all.
No.
And they were willing to help fuel that.
And my sister actually auditioned for Mama I Want to Sing.
Okay.
She was trained by Ray Chu and the crew.
Sure. Yes.
Connie St. John's, who was a very famous vocal teacher. So they invested time. If it wasn't time, they invested money in our gifts and talents. So after that, my parents got out of the music industry and into corporate.
Go figure.
AT&T and IBM.
Wow, you would think that would be opposite.
Right.
Leaving corporate, going to the industry.
My dad was actually went to business college.
Okay.
And my mother was very good with money. So that's how they started managing a band. But they went into corporate, affirmative action, all that stuff happened. And their jobs eventually moved down south.
Okay.
Which was closer to my senior year in high school.
Understood.
And the boom happened. So it was like, you know, how are you taking me from being artistic world, woo, and then now all of a sudden there's no music industry, nothing. I'm not choreographing for the band. It was like school.
Yeah.
So I was like, what am I supposed to major in?
Yeah.
You know?
Absolutely.
My dad took me to see Black Nativity.
Ooh, yes, that was a good one. I
also had a theater teacher who asked me to stay after school, Angela Howard, at Ragsdale High School.
Okay, Ragsdale.
Yes, in Jamestown.
Familiar with it, yeah.
It was a culture shock moving down south.
Oh, I'm sure.
For me, we call this down south.
Yeah, it is.
For me being here now, it's not down south.
Right.
Because it's such a melting pot of different cultures.
So many people here.
North Carolina is definitely not as southern as I thought it was.
Nah, not at all.
So just being in that... Ooh, okay. Yeah. Now I'm in theater class in high school. I've been dancing my entire life.
I got you.
They tried to put me in band, and I did a spell in band, and I was like,
what instrument did you play?
I was actually the choreographer for the.
I'm with you.
Yeah, because I was like, I'm not playing no instrument.
Okay.
Y'all not about to make me play no instrument. So Ragsdale is not a school.
Not at all.
They were playing like the B. What's the B song? The Tiger.
Yeah. Yes.
And I was trying
I can hear it. Mm-hmm.
So I started a hip hop dance team in high school.
Okay.
And my theater teacher actually put me on stage in Greece.
Oh, wow.
And I played Cha-Cha Di Gregorio.
Come on. I can see that.
And I got a scholarship to A&T.
Got to clap it up for that. That's beautiful.
I got a scholarship.
Oh, man.
They invited me to come see Black Nativity. And it was just on and popping from there.
That's a beautiful story.
Thank you.
I'm glad you told that story, because people need to know, yes, you can get a scholarship for theater.
And I did not have any training.
Isn't that beautiful?
Sometimes y'all have to invest in your children and see what it is that they love to do.
Yeah.
Because in the public school system, they're forcing them to be robots.
Oh, yeah.
They're forcing them to love certain things.
Oh, yeah.
And it takes a good teacher to say, did you know your child is great? I had a third grade teacher named Miss Robinson. She was my next door neighbor in New York.
Oh, I love it.
She made me do a poem.
Yeah.
And she was like, you write it and you're going to perform it.
Yeah.
And then you're going to make up a dance and you're going to teach it to them. And, it was a Black History performance.
Okay,
so that also helped me kind of, I'm scared, but I did it.
But you did it, though.
And she told my parents, I need to come see this. This is crazy. Like, your daughter is talented.
I think that's just a beautiful story.
Thank you.
Just to see that. Your family, just to know that your family were like the catalyst to push you into this. And
most
now,
definitely.
Look at where you are now. So you've gone to high school. Now you're at A&T. How was your experience at A&T during that time? What was that like for you?
A&T was, when I think about my past, like in New York, it's a lot of Italians, Asian, Jewish, where I went to school, Jamaican, just a lot of different cultures. Yeah. So when I got to A&T, and I was like, okay, I started really understanding more so who I was and who my ancestors were.
Oh, I love it. Mm-hmm.
Black history class, African American history, this history, and it was like everything was all about, even the theater classes was teaching me about who I was and who my ancestors were.
I love it.
And the Harlem Renaissance and all of that,
I love hearing this about A&T. My brother went to A&T. My sister did. My mom even went to A&T for a short spell. My wife went to A&T. Yes. I'm surrounded by so much Black excellence. But I was telling somebody the other day, I was like, I didn't go to North Carolina A&T, but it's something about the campus and the culture at A&T that is just so
it's beautiful.
It is. It just snatches you in.
Yes.
And even if you have never, even if you've never attended A&T, when you get on the campus, it's like, I'm king over here,
Your
baby.
walk.
I love it over here.
It's
just
a
vibe
at
A&T that and it helps that the Greensboro 4 statue is there. Everything that encompasses the culture at A&T. When you go there, it's Black, baby, but it's excellence.
Oh yeah,
at its finest. So I love the university. I rock pretty. My wife has got me. During homecoming, we buy gear and I wear my gear.
You gotta get ready for homecoming.
I'm telling you, I can't wait for this year to happen because I'm definitely gonna try to get out there. Me and Jamal gonna try to get out there in the streets and kind of talk with some folks. But so A&T is just a beautiful campus. It's a beautiful place.
Yes.
So you're at A&T, you get ready to graduate. What's going on now? What's next for you?
So I built so many relationships with my professors.
So before, that's a great segue. I don't mean to cut you off, but talk about how important relationships as it pertains to business and this theater world, how important is establishing relationships and rapport with people?
So the relationships that I had as a student, as a college student, my professors, Mr. Miller Lucky, Frankie Day, Donna Bradby, she came after I left and she was a professor, but I worked with her in the community. Tina Liggins, Mr. Richardson, just so many wonderful teachers. Doc Hay was my playwriting teacher. Miller Lucky allowed me to choreograph Black Nativity, which was the show that I saw.
I love it.
So as a junior, I had my first opportunity to choreograph a big production with my peers, which was like, oh my God, they think, they're not going to like me because I'm yelling at them.
Yeah.
So building that relationship, they helped me. Hey, try this, try that. Maybe you need to be a little more stern so everybody will listen to you. Because I found myself saying, everybody do this 8 count. And they'd be like, here she go, trying to lead us.
Yes.
And they like, she's a student. Why is she trying to tell us? So you had to really, it gave me that experience. So once people saw that, then I was hired at the Barn Dinner Theater to choreograph Black Nativity.
I love it. I absolutely love it.
Under Donna Bradby and Hilda Willis and
I think I'm
Gregory
familiar
Horton.
with Donna. I've heard her name.
Yeah,
I've heard her name.
That's one of my mentors. Today,
I've heard her name buzz around. I've heard her name a couple of times.
I can't even say all of the amazing things that she's doing.
Absolutely.
And then eventually over the years, I've done 8 shows at the Barn Dinner Theater as a choreographer.
Yes.
I did The Color Purple, choreographed The Color Purple for Donna.
I love it.
just so much work that my professors, they remembered my diligence. They remember my work ethic. They remember my personality.
Yeah, absolutely.
How I deal with people, you know, my attitude, having to wake up early, you know, showing them, hey, when I graduate, I'm ready to, what's good? Let's get it popping.
Yeah.
So now to this day, if they have any work, they say, oh, I wonder what Morgan's doing in Atlanta. Let's get her to come to North Carolina, to Greensboro.
I love it.
And it's beautiful. And I even made some of the students that I work with in Black Nativity a part of my production company when I decided to start I started my production company as a junior at A&T.
Isn't that beautiful?
Because I choreographed the dance team for basketball season.
That's wonderful.
I had a job.
Yes, sir.
In athletics. And we used to do some dope performances during basketball halftime.
Absolutely.
I had a crazy schedule as a college student.
I was going to say, you know, that's so true. But you found a way to bring balance about now, and you use those same skills, that same skill set today.
Yes, and Egwin. I don't know if you're familiar with Egwin. I was on the Egwin Dance Company.
Okay.
It's very similar. I would say if you like Alvin Ailey, you will love the Egwin Dance Company.
Okay, say no more.
Modern jazz.
Oh,
Remember,
yes, sir.
I wasn't trained. Egwin, I auditioned as a Egwin dancer, and I walked in there with jogging pants and like a tank top, looking like a little hip hop dude. Everybody else had on that ballet, you know. Yeah. And I did a hip hop dance to Busta Rhymes. I'll never forget it.
Yes, sir.
She said, "You made it.
Wow.
But you need to be here early in the morning. I'm going to work you out." She taught me how to do pirouettes. She taught me how to move across the floor gracefully.
Isn't that beautiful?
She taught me at the age of 18, 19, I had to get all this technique stuff.
Isn't that beautiful?
And she just believed in me.
Sure.
Ooh, I'm going to get emotional.
No, it's okay. You know, these conversations are absolutely for that.
Yes.
Because people get an opportunity to see the passion and why you do what you do.
I wanted to dance and act and direct. So I had to leave theater rehearsal to go to dance practice.
Look at that.
Over in Corbett Gym.
I love it.
And it all made me, you know, what my production company was all about, which was training raw talent.
I love it. I absolutely love it.
Yeah.
These stories are just absolutely amazing.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah. You're an amazing individual. It was important. You know, it's so important that people see authenticity whenever you're talking to them.
Yes.
And your passion. If they don't see it, I don't know. I hope they see it, though, because I definitely do. And, you know, I heard you earlier talk a little bit about it. We didn't get much into it, but, you know, after graduating college, you know, I interjected a little bit before because I wanted to hear about those relationships, and you expounded on it well, like I knew you would.
Thank you.
I wanted to talk about how you got bit with the bug of producing and production. So you've done the dancing, by this time you've done so much.
Yeah.
And you're full-fledged already in it, your junior year, really, before you graduate. But then you got bit with the bug and said, hey, I want to produce.
Yeah.
I want to create something for other people to establish themselves as creatives. So let's talk about what that transition was like for you.
Yeah. This is hard to talk about because I was in a marriage that was a little verbally abusive. And I was pursuing my acting career, and I was substitute teaching when I graduated. I was going on acting gigs. I was in Tyler Perry, Medea's Family Reunion. That was my first film. I'd been on the set. I watched Tyler Perry work. I said, this is it. This is what I want to do. I'm going to be on sets. I'm going to be an actress. Yeah. I got the training. I got the degree. Yeah. And in the relationship, it was like, actors are liars. Yeah. I don't know when you're really crying. I don't know when you're being for real. I don't know who you are. Yeah. Yeah. And it was like, that's a character. You know, at all times you should know who I am. So it was like, you don't need to be doing that. You know, when you're on stage with somebody, you're building chemistry and you gotta like them, you know. So it became like a jealousy thing. Wow. And so it was like, you need to get a real job. So I started teaching. And I found beautiful children at Hairston Middle School on the east side, East Market Street.
Sure.
And I started reading productions, and I was like, this is not made for these children. These children come from poverty. They're not going to really understand it.
Sure.
And I would do subcontext with the kids and be like, hey, you can do this Shakespeare. You can do this. You can do that.
Yeah.
But I said, but to get them interested, you got to talk their talk.
Absolutely.
You got to know their neighborhood. You got to know where they're coming from. You got to know what's going on at home.
Yes.
So I developed these wonderful plays with these kids. And you could see these children change from day to day.
Yeah.
And we would do these big productions, and the community would come out, and they would just get standing ovations.
Yeah.
And the community saw what I was doing with those children, and Grammy Award-winning songwriter Rasheem Kilo Pugh saw that, and he asked me to be a part of his films. And he wanted my students to be a part of It Takes a Village, which was the film that he wrote about issues in the community. And surprisingly, the teachers' issues were the issues that I was dealing with as an educator. And he said, you're going to co-produce, you're going to co-direct, you're going to acting coach the kids on set.
Yeah.
And that was the film that made me a producer.
I love it.
Thank you.
I absolutely love that.
God.
We always hear
emotional.
about. No, that's fine, please. But art imitates life.
Yes, it does.
And you have to bring that experience to the character or whatever else you're doing. So there is a level of embellishment that you do have to embellish the truth. You have to be damn good at it.
Definitely.
when you're acting.
And
but
another
go right
thing,
ahead.
like people don't realize, is that as a choreographer, I was doing music videos here and there. I did the Time Journal Sky Show for free, maybe 3 years in a row while I was in college. I got some girls together and was like, hey, we're going to do the Sky Show. We're going to kill it. Do some old school songs.
Yeah.
Choreographers are producers.
That's right.
Directors are producers.
Yeah.
Creative directors are producers. So I was producing my entire life without knowing I was giving the world this Debbie Allen realness and producing work the entire time. So
you know something that I love. Let me tell you something I just absolutely love. I love the way you name drop and do it so sweetly. Talk that talk.
Come on now.
I absolutely love it.
Yes.
You did it so humbly and so gracious, my sister.
I love it. That is so funny because you saw it. Okay.
But it was the truth.
Yes.
And I absolutely loved it. You did it so smoothly. It was beautiful. But no, I'm messing with you.
I got emotional. We're talking about my kids. Oh my goodness.
Absolutely. So you're teaching too as well, right?
Yeah, I'm in my 23rd year of teaching theater.
I love it. I love it. Well, I need to take some classes from you too.
Yeah, I'm an acting coach.
Yeah. Okay. We'll talk.
All right now.
Because I want to tighten up on some of my things. But anyway, it's not about me.
Yes,
it's about you.
About you. It's about all of us.
All of us right now. Okay. But I was just telling Jamal, as we were sitting here watching, I don't want to miss out anything. We had an opportunity to watch a couple of your videos while you were there, and I was like, oh my God, I know him.
Yeah.
I know him.
Yes.
So I thought it was pretty dope to see. Shout out to Carlos Massey. Yeah. Good people.
I love Carlos so much.
Great
He's
actor.
Such a good spirit.
Yeah.
I have a background story about Carlos.
Sure. I want to make sure I shout out Nick of Time. Make sure y'all go check that out.
Yeah, shout out Nick of Time.
Shout out John Black.
John Black. My Pecan Goodness shirt.
Yeah.
Pecan Goodness.
Come on.
Got all the cute
he does.
T-shirts.
I think he has a chocolate drop. I think it is something like that.
Yes.
I want to make sure you shout out because I think it's important that we are in this community together.
Yes.
And that it's not easy being an artist, especially as we get older. We're trying to reinvent ourselves.
Yes.
Which black folks have been doing since the Harlem Renaissance. We're always reinventing ourselves and recreating ourselves and always evolving. Yes. So, but yeah, so I was watching. Go ahead and tell your backstory, though. Go right ahead.
So, Playing in the Witch Cabaret, Carlos was cast as Sean.
Funny dude, too.
Yes.
Hilarious.
He was cast as the villain character.
Yeah.
And then we did an encore show in Burlington.
Wow.
And Carlos had a comedy show, so I had to recast his role.
Yeah, no doubt.
And as we went to Atlanta, we did some shows and we did the film. So Carlos, like a great actor, like any great actor would, he sponsored the film.
Isn't that beautiful?
And he put his T-shirts in the film.
Absolutely.
And John Black actually played the role of Sean moving forward. So I just have to shout out Carlos.
North Forsyth. I went to North Forsyth with John Black.
But some people will be like, oh, she took me out the show or she did this and that.
But that's all right.
I think that all actors need to be able to work together because where one opportunity doesn't work out, something else is coming behind it.
Yeah.
And he never had a sour attitude about it. He was just like, hey, let me sponsor. This is my girl. So I always rock with Carlos.
Yeah, good people.
Yes, and always has advice for me. Yeah. Like, just amazing person.
Yeah, he is. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Amazing person. But we had a chance to watch your video, and we watched OK and we watched Go Off. Right? We watched both of them before you got here, and we thoroughly enjoyed both of them. The energy in OK is crazy.
Thank you.
Crazy. I said she got a lot of energy.
Yes.
And then I was telling Jamal, I was listening to Go Off, and you know who I thought about when I was listening to Go Off?
Who is that?
I was thinking about JJ Fad.
Oh my goodness. That's who I was in the feeling of when Kilo played me the beat.
I'm telling you,
oh my goodness!
I love music though, but I love hip hop too though.
JJ Fad.
JJ Fad.
Yes.
I picked up on that whole vibe, the color scheme.
Oh,
come on! We creatives. If you see it, you see it, right?
I'm trying to keep that positive women's empowerment going.
I absolutely loved it.
Thank you.
Yeah, we sat here and we actually watched it because sometimes we don't know what other creatives are doing until we actually tap that button. It's right there. That's why it's good just to put it out there.
Yeah.
And make sure you guys go and subscribe to that. And the title of that is OK and Go Off.
By Get Flowerchild.
Come on now.
Hey. See, I incorporated my childhood into who I become.
Come on now.
And that authenticity is unmatched. Like being able to be yourself.
Yeah.
And not worry about what the rest of the world is doing. But your audience will always find you if you are authentic to yourself and who you really are. One
of the most beautiful things, the one thing that I love about you is we always hear about plus size models, plus size choreographers and dancers. And you are definitely a light. And your confidence, we see it as soon as you walk into me and Jamal. But as we was watching the video, we saw it too.
Yeah.
And so I think that's so important that you represent very well and you let people know, I'm plus size, but I'm beautiful. So,
okay. Yes, honey. Beautiful, plus size, full figure, all that curvy. Let's go.
Come on, talk that talk. That talk. So, I want to talk to you about where did that confidence come from? And when did you find yourself being that confident in being okay with this? It's so funny, okay.
Pulling out all my emotions.
I'm sorry.
Jesus.
But I want to know, how did you become so confident and so secure with Flowerchild, with Morgan?
I had one experience that changed my life forever.
Yeah.
I mentioned Donna Bradby earlier.
Okay, yes.
Who's become my mentor and has got me work over the years. Who's one that, she's a professor at A&T.
Yeah.
She cast me in Once on This Island.
She's been doing plays a while too.
For years. Oh my
Forever and a
gosh.
day.
I'm not going to tell her age or anything, but
No,
years.
sure. Yeah, because I've heard her name for years buzzing
Google
around.
Donna Bradby, honey. Google Donna.
For sure.
And I just love her.
Yeah.
I was able to honor her at the Legends.
I love it.
The Legends, they had an event, and she was honored as a Greensboro legend.
I love it.
Last year, 2 years ago, and I got to present her with that award. It was so beautiful.
Oh, yes.
So I auditioned. My mother was trying to help me find my little creative woo-woo when we moved to Greensboro.
Come on.
So she was like, Morgan, come on, take you to this audition.
I bet she sounds just like that, too.
She does. Everybody knows my mother in Greensboro. She makes the sweet potato pies for homecoming.
Oh, Lord.
She makes teddy bears, clothes, and pillows, and all that.
I love it.
She's dope. So y'all know my mom. But she took me to this audition.
Sure.
I was like, Mommy, all of these dancers are amazing.
Sure.
Donna made me feel so welcome. And then Tina Liggins was always the choreographer for all of Donna's plays.
Okay.
Tina became my dance mentor.
I can dig it.
So all of these girls was doing, she had these girls doing these pirouettes and high kicks, and I was like, I'm a break dancer. Like, I do hip hop.
Right.
I was bigger than the other girls at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And Donna said, Tina, that big girl, put her on top of the mound and give her a solo. She is beautiful.
Wow.
She was like, her energy, her raw passion, she just put her up there and give her some stuff. When I tell you, every night in the community theater, what's the name of that theater? At the time, it was the Greensboro Community Theater.
Okay.
It was called called something now, but it was something else.
Okay.
Honey, when I tell you, I remember all that choreo she gave me. It was like I got to use my body, and that moment, I said, I'm it. I'm plus size. I'm big. I'm not trying to lose weight for nobody. And from then on, I think I just said, I'm a plus size choreographer. I'm going to do this.
Say no more.
Yeah.
Say no more. That's beautiful. I get
experience.
I absolutely.
One person can really change your life.
Yeah.
They really, really can. In your confidence.
Absolutely.
And something that you thought was not beautiful, that could have took me down a road of doing things that I didn't have to do to feel beautiful.
Come on now, I'm with you.
That one person can say one thing or put you in a position to feel so beautiful about yourself, and it changed your life,
Beautiful. It's all right. Let them tears flow.
I love you, Donna Bradby. Oh, jeez.
I know. I understand. It's good when you have people that impact your life like that. You know what I'm saying? And that's why we always shout out. Whenever somebody come on here and they went to A&T, we make sure we do a loud Aggie Pride.
Aggie Pride.
Because we're proud of, first of all, just the excellence that comes out of North Carolina A&T.
Yes.
Don't sleep on Carolina, baby. You know what I'm saying?
Bam.
Do not sleep on it.
Do not sleep.
Right. I'm originally from Winston-Salem, North Carolina, but
yes,
I
Winston.
love Greensboro.
I know that's right.
I love Greensboro, North Carolina. It's amazing. So as we, this is a great segue, and thank you for sharing that.
No problem.
But this is a great segue to move even further into the conversation about inclusivity as it pertains to plus-size dancers. And models and everything else that we see happening in our society. Well, there's something that I happened to see that I wanted to talk to you about. You may be familiar with it, but it's the Liquid Gold Advocates for Inclusivity. It's the North Carolina A&T new plus-size dance team.
Really?
Yeah, I happened to run across this article. And listen, if they have a chance and they watch it, please come see us.
Yes.
I would love to talk to you guys. But
I love that.
Yeah, and they have a quote here. The quote says, "If you're not skinny, then people think it's hard for you to move." And you just did that. We just saw you move.
Woo.
So shout out to the Liquid Gold Advocates for Inclusivity. That's the North Carolina A&T
I want to come
plus
see y'all.
size dance team.
Wow.
Yeah, they had an amazing article on
I am
them.
so excited about that.
Oh yeah.
Life changing.
Yeah.
Life changing.
Beautiful. North Carolina A&T State University junior Jada Mays wanted to form a plus-size dance team on campus that would exhibit the dancers' talent and agility.
Yes. So,
I thought I would bring that up to you. I figured that probably would bring smiles on your face.
Now I want to go to A&T and see what's up.
Yeah. So I'm like, well, while you here, maybe you should take a trip over there and try to find Jada Mays.
Yes, Jada Mays.
Jada Mays, yeah. So she created Liquid Gold.
Liquid Gold. I love it.
Again,
beautiful.
It's beautiful, right?
Yes.
But I wanted to talk to you about that. What would you like to see for that space as it pertains to inclusivity for plus-size women in dance and modeling? We see it happening, though. Don't get me wrong.
Definitely.
Even for the guys, plus-size male, big and tall guys. Let me say it that way. Big and tall guys, plus-size females. That space of now you see us, you see big guys and plus-size women. You see us on the stages walking and flaunting our stuff now. So I want to know from you, what would you like to see happen within this space as far as creativity and everything else?
Definitely.
We see it, though, in Hollywood. We could name Lizzo. The list could go on and
definitely.
on. But go ahead.
One of my friends, Akira Armstrong, she has Pretty Big Movement. She's out of the Bronx.
Okay.
I've watched her and we, share experiences, and we have not met in person, but I call her a friend because we definitely inspire each other, and we know a lot of the same people.
Sure.
So just seeing them do quality, not twerking. No. I see a lot of that recently with some like plus size celebrities when you're trying to fit into that box. Once you get to a certain level, you feel like you have to show everything and twerk, and just
but you don't have to.
And I think I want to see, even ballet. I know a lot of plus size dancers that can do ballet, but they get to the audition and it's like, oh, you're too big. And then they feel like, oh, well, let me go back over here and do, this hip hop dance thing.
Sure.
But it's like, sometimes you got to create your own.
You have to create your own.
And that's what happened with Flowerchild Productions. I said, I love it. I want to cast raw plus size women, raw women who are very small, who've never had the training or don't have the money to get training. So I just want to see people embrace it and not just deal with it. If that makes sense.
It does make sense.
Respect it. It's a big deal.
It's a big deal.
But some people say, oh, well, this is making money, so let's
jump on board.
Lizzo's making money, so let's have her, put on this little skimpy outfit and have her, move a certain way.
I get what you're saying.
And I want to see people respect it versus just deal with it.
Deal with it, right.
Yes.
Right.
Respect it and really understand that not everybody is going to lose weight or be a small, bone structure.
Not at all.
Because sometimes it's really just your makeup. It's there are plus size women who are very, very healthy. Who don't get out of breath. I don't know if you've seen the Blue Ivy footage on Beyonce's tour recently.
I might not have seen it.
There is a plus size woman. Beautiful chocolate sister, and she's dancing next to Blue Ivy on every single TikTok video.
Wow.
If you hashtag Blue Ivy on the Renaissance tour,
I'll check it out.
You will see this plus size woman going, and she's leading the other dancers.
I love it.
But that's a respect level. Whoever I don't know if Beyonce cast her dancers or if her choreographer did.
I would want to guess that Beyonce probably picked her out because of how she's big on inclusivity.
Exactly. And she has the LGBT community involved in the,
in everything.
It's a lot of voguing history in her shows.
Absolutely.
So everybody. And even cultures,
it's amazing.
And I love that.
She uses everybody.
Yes.
And I don't mean that
and
in
they're
a bad way. I don't want to say use, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Even the twins.
Casting and all the twins.
They're amazing. Those guys
I saw a video yesterday. He had fixed a malfunction on her. He stayed doing the choreography and fixed
that was dope.
Beautiful moment. I watched it like 16 times because it's just
I did too.
The moment.
Yeah.
I didn't see a malfunction, but wherever it was,
whatever he did,
he did it. He did that,
and it was dope. It was amazing. His creativity with that. He did that. So whatever he did, he looked at her and he probably said, "Hey, this right here is this way up, but I'm finna do
even
this."
if it was nothing, hey, it was hot. It was everything.
It was, because it looked like. Part of the,
right. Everybody was like, I didn't see nothing. I was like, hey, make it happen. Do what you got to do.
Yeah. This is amazing. I'm so glad I was able to pull some of that passion out so people could get a chance to see you, which is what this is all about.
Exactly. I love this.
Yeah, I do too. I'm so glad that we were able to get you here. I'm glad you had time too.
Yes,
because I know you traveled.
I
from
literally
Atlanta.
just got off the road. Literally, in my little dance wear. Because I had a little Subway. I don't like to eat on the road, but I get little snacks when I get gas
along the way.
And there was Subway, and he didn't. I was watching him make my sandwich. He did not make my sandwich right. But I was hungry, so if y'all see a little onion or mustard or something, it is what it is. I'm human. I tore that sandwich down, honey.
I don't blame you. I would have too, and kept it moving, especially when you're on the road like that.
I had to get here.
Yeah, so I can't say it enough. We're appreciative of that because we know you're a busy lady, and we're so glad that you were able to fit this in your schedule for us.
This is my alignment. This is a part of my journey, a part of my life. It's never I never have to fit anything in. Everything, God does it. I am where I'm supposed to be at whatever time He say I'm supposed to be. I'm supposed to be right here on the Ross Cloud.
Yes, I absolutely.
Bam.
Yeah, like that, like that.
Yes.
This has absolutely just been an amazing conversation.
Thank you.
I wish we had so much more time because there's so much I want to talk to you about. But let's talk about some of the projects that you currently have that people can actually can they still go see some of your work now?
Oh yes,
Morgan,
definitely.
So let's talk about some of your projects.
Jeez,
we gotta talk about them.
Oh gosh. So I do have 4 movies on YouTube right now. One of them is on Amazon, Tubi, Hulu, which was It Takes a Village. The first movie that I produced. And then we followed up with It Takes a Village Part 2. So we followed the kids to high school.
I love it.
And then we did Find My Way. Find My Way is a musical in which Rashim Kilo Pugh wrote all the music along with my sister. She's an international vocalist.
Really?
And she's dope. So she plays the lead in Find My Way. And then my documentary, Bloom Give It Life, is on the YouTube playlist as well. So you can go to my YouTube page, Flowerchild Productions, and you'll see all 4 of those movies.
Okay, cool.
And then Playing a New Age Cabaret, in which I wrote, produced, and directed, sold out in Greensboro. So during the pandemic, we were going on tour, and all the venues got shut down. So when they opened venues back up, I said, boom, let's go right now. We got to film it. I got everybody in the Blind Tiger. We filmed it and turned it into a film.
I love it.
On Vimeo.
That was such a beautiful strategy, too. Great marketing and strategy happened with that. That was dope.
Thank you so much.
That you got in that. Because I did read a little bit on that. And so that was your first sold out show, right?
That was
your
my
very first one, or was that your second one?
So I did Welcome Home Uncle Silky, which was written by Amston Hughes and Corey Jones. That sold out.
Yes.
It was crazy. They had me come in to produce, direct. It was just a beautiful show, beautiful story. And from that, right after that, I produced my own production.
I got you.
And I always use a lot of the same actors. If you look at my movie, I do the Martin Lawrence, Adam Sandler thing. John Black. You're going to see Carlos a couple of times. You're going to see Simply Net a couple of times. You're going to see Yes. And so I even the kids, they say, hey, we doing another movie? I go pick them up, or their parents drop them off.
Sure.
But Playing a New Age Cabaret is an adult movie.
Understood.
The other 4 are more inspirational empowerment.
I got you.
But I have a couple of sides. If I'm gonna be authentic, let's be real. I have my burlesque stuff that I do, burlesque, adult, and I have a lot of more inspirational and kids things going on as well.
Sure.
So just make sure your kids don't watch Plain and New Age Cabaret.
I got you. Well,
Okay.
I'm saying
That's an adult movie. So
Okay,
it's a great date movie.
Sure.
So you curl up on the couch with your boo and you watch that on Vimeo. That's not on YouTube.
Okay, so
That's,
Vimeo.
Yes,
Okay.
you have to pay for that one.
Sure.
Yes.
That's right. Everything
And it's a
ain't for
great
free.
movie. It's
That's
a
right.
great movie.
Yeah,
I think
absolutely.
so.
So make sure you go out and support.
Yeah.
Spend that money, man.
And live, if you want to support live, if you're in Alabama, I just choreographed the Miss Full Figured Alabama pageant.
Congratulations.
So you can go see that.
I love
I've
that.
been doing that 5 years.
Okay, now.
That's Saturday.
Sure.
Following the Miss Full Figured Georgia pageant, which is August 12th.
Okay, gotcha.
So I could just choreograph both of those.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. This is wonderful.
Yay. Thank you.
yeah.
Thank y'all so much for watching and thank you for having me.
Yeah. Where can they watch these others? I heard you say Tubi. I heard you say Amazon.
Yeah, It Takes a Village is available on all movie platforms.
Okay.
It Takes a Village 2, Find My Way, and Bloom Give It Life are on YouTube.
Okay.
So is It Takes a Village 1, but
Gotcha.
it's available on the other platforms as well.
Okay.
Then if you go to Vimeo,
Yes.
you can find Plain and New Age Cabaret in the search.
Okay, then.
They will find it.
I
And make
love
sure
it.
you go and don't just watch the trailer.
Because we'll do that in a minute.
Hit
Jack.
pay. Because people told me, they said, girl, I seen your movie. And then I go on Vimeo and it shows
God.
that no extra buys. So I was
Lord
like, you watched the
Jesus.
trailer.
You ain't
And
watched no
they're
movie.
telling me that the trailer was so good. Girl, if you don't put your credit card number in there. So because all of everything that's monetized goes to my nonprofit organization.
Talk about that. What's the name of that project?
My nonprofit organization is Flowerchild Productions Incorporated.
There it is.
So I have two sectors of my business, which
Okay.
is services,
Yeah.
and then the nonprofit.
Yeah, which man, great segue. I love it. You helped me out. You helped me bring me back to what I wanted to ask you.
Yeah.
How important is community service to you?
Oh my gosh, community service is my life. Flowerchild Productions Incorporated started as community service,
Yeah.
where I would meet talent all over the place.
Yeah.
People would be like, "I'm a lawyer. I'm a
Yeah.
scientist.
Yeah.
I'd be like, "No, you're not.
Yeah.
You perform, and performing is your passion. Somebody told you
Yeah.
that you were supposed to do science, that you were supposed to major in it, that you were supposed to be a chemist, that you were
Yeah.
supposed to be." I have a homegirl who went to New York, went to Cali,
Right.
went to New Orleans, and she was just everywhere performing,
Sure.
and she got her degree in chemistry.
I love it.
From A&T, and
Okay.
I told her, I said, "You are a natural
Yes.
performer," and she
Yeah.
was a part of Blue Rain at A&T, and she became a part of my production company, and then she was just auditioning and choreographing, and
Just
she's
pushing it all out
beautiful
there.
spirit.
Yeah.
And when you have somebody that's talented with a beautiful spirit,
Yeah.
you have no choice but to
Yeah,
you
absolutely,
know.
absolutely.
So yes, community service is what my production is all about.
I love it.
If I'm directing, I can't help anybody broke. Let's make that clear. If I'm gonna do community service, I need transportation to get there.
Oh,
I need
Lord.
the cameras to help teach
Come on now.
what it is that I'm doing.
That's
I need
right.
the resources, so I have to, whether it be a love offering, sponsorships.
Come on now.
Anybody wants to be a part of what I have going on, we
Yes.
collaborate, we partner. That's community service.
That's right. That's right.
But I show up to organizations, I show up to schools, I inspirational speak, I develop arts therapy program products. I have
love
a
that.
motivational dance DVD on my website.
I love that.
And I have a coloring book
I love
that I
that.
developed because I'm a visual artist as well.
I love it. I
So
love it.
all of that goes to the kids
There it
and
is.
whoever needs headshots, who needs acting lessons, who needs this, who needs that. You need
All
some
of
new
that is
shoes.
on there. I got you. Okay.
I got
Say no
you.
more.
I'm gonna pay for it because
Say no more.
the community gives back to me when I give. That's what the black community has to understand. If we
Yeah.
can get that right, woo, the places will go. Take it back to Dr. Seuss.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Yeah. I absolutely love it.
But you got to be about the business.
Yeah, you do.
To get it done.
Yeah, you do.
Be about your business.
Yeah, please. please. So listen, in closing, in closing, if you could say something to someone that maybe going through some adversity in their life right now, young woman, doesn't matter who it is. Let's just say that, an artist, whatever it is that they're trying to do, and they're having a difficult time trying to just fight through the muck and the mud, the difficulties of life that happen sometimes. If you would, I will allow you to take a little bit of time to say something to inspire them and motivate them and help them become better, and then tell the folks how they can follow you.
Okay. So I will say this, anybody that is going through adversity, you're following your dream, whether that be as an artist, a creative, or an entrepreneur, or you're trying to reach the top at your Fortune 500 company, whatever the case may be, you want to get to another level at McDonald's. I don't care what it is. Never be afraid to fail. When I tell you, I could not be who I am today if I did not fail. If I did not sit in a corner and cry and get myself back up. You can always, every day you wake up, you can do it over. That's my motto for this season. I'm going to do this over. I didn't like how that came out. I want to do it over. Yeah. 2 people came to my show. I wanted to sell it out. Let me do it over. Never be afraid to fall or fail, because honestly, that's how you win. The fail is the win, and don't let nobody tell you different. Don't let social media tell you just because you don't have 10,000 followers that you are not winning.
Say that.
I posted something today. I got 2 likes. Guess what? One of those people inboxed me and wants to hire me for a very, very big project. So never look at your failures as losses.
Come on now. Because
they're actually wins. You just got to get back up and try it again. Keep doing it. Do it over.
I love it. Now that's tell the folks, how can they follow you?
Ooh, where can I be followed? Okay, you can easily follow me at Morgan Flowerchild everything. Morgan Flowerchild on TikTok, Morgan Flowerchild on Google, Morgan Flowerchild on Facebook, Morgan Flowerchild on Instagram. And my website is flowerchildlife.com, because it's not just a brand, it's a lifestyle. So if you want to be a part of the lifestyle, #Bloom Give It Life, and get with me, because I will give it life. Whatever you got. If you got a project, we can collab, we can partner. Let's make it happen.
I absolutely love it. Thank you so much.
I love it here. I don't want to leave. It's so nice.
Yeah, and
and you made me cry like 16 times. Come on, man. I'm a thug. Oh, I really am.
She said she was a thug. Lord have mercy.
Thug. I'm shocked. I cry so much. No, I always cry.
Oh no, it's okay. It's okay. That was the purpose of this platform, to be different from everybody else, but also show the heart and the creativity. It's an artist-friendly environment.
Yes.
So we're excited about highlighting the best of the best.
Awesome. This is beautiful.
And we're looking forward to some of the folks that we've had on here to win an Oscar or an Emmy, so we can say, hey, they were sitting here on this platform.
Come on, somebody. Yes. I love it.
We're excited. Listen, man, make sure you guys go over to YouTube and check out those 2 music videos, to OK and Go Off. And make sure you go and like and subscribe to her pages over there. Come on, support. Right. Listen, we thank you so much for tuning in to the Ross Cloud podcast. We hope that you've heard something that can help you become a better you. And make sure you hit that like and subscribe button to the Ross Cloud podcast. We definitely can use those subscriptions.
Yeah.
Listen, you can check us out at the Ross Cloud Podcast. You can check us out at the Mix Network Ross Cloud collab page as well. Ooh. Both is one team with one dream and one vision, and that's to get to the top. We love you guys. Check us out on Facebook and Instagram as well. We love y'all. Listen, make it a great day. I'm Carl Ross Sr. Peace.
Peace.